We've got frickin' laser beams. Actually, we have 2. I'm getting all technical on it. You haven't got your rolling stick out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Right, so we are working on the beamer again.
He's eating pizza.
He's eating pizza. That's all he does. And drinks bourbon. Boom. Anyway, so we're working on this again. Now when we cut the rear end out of it last time, we didn't brace it like we should have. So before we started filming, we quickly braced the rear end just because it was moving around a little bit too much. We've already got the rear end under the car. We're just trying to gauge the height where we want it to set. And then now we're working out all our center lines. So as you can see, we have a laser beam set up. We've marked the center line. If you look here, we've marked the center line there as well. And that's telling us exactly where everything needs to be. We've marked the center line on the subframe. So now we're just checking the front so that we can get everything lined up and square. So it's going to be probably a millimeter or 2 out at the end of it, but nothing really crazy. Especially not for a build like this, but having the lasers just allows us to draw lines through the whole car so that we've got a baseline to come off for measuring and getting things squared up. So yeah, once we figure out where the subframe is, we'll square that up, we'll find the center, we'll mark the center, get it set in the car front and back. So before, when we pulled this out, we marked here on both sides, and then we'll line that up with the center line of the axle as well. And then once we have that all set up, we can lift up the axles so that they're like horizontal, or as close to horizontal as we can. And then that'll give us our wheel height position. So what wheels are we running on this?
Factory ones for now.
So what, that 15, 16s? 16, so yeah.
10 by 8s.
So we'll run 16s, but we'll run low profile tyres. But knowing 16s, we can work out our center line for our wheels and our wheel height, because we don't physically have the wheels here. So tonight we may not get much done in terms of physical labor and welding and all that sort of stuff, but this is the important part for us to figure out where everything's going to sit, the maths behind it, and all that sort of stuff, so that when we drive it on the road, it doesn't drive in a crabby way, it drives straight and true, and the whole car doesn't fall apart with any luck. So where do we get to, Dylan? Oh, I've got one here, buddy. Filter for your coffee. Oh, thanks, buddy. That's cute. So where do we get to?
We're good, man.
Where?
We have a straight line through the entire vehicle.
Okay.
Just gonna put some marks.
Alright. Like the surgeon you are.
Left hand.
Laser beams. Laser beams. Dylan, explain what we're doing.
We're going to put a frame in there somehow.
How are we doing it, buddy?
We're going to put some box sections.
we were going to do that
in
the car.
Yeah.
We've done some drawings.
Yeah.
Got some Aztecs.
You're going to put the thing from there to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to put another one from there to there.
Yeah.
One over there.
Yeah.
One over there.
Good.
John's a good one.
Mint. All right. So to dumb it down. All right. So we are going to put a cutout around here. We're going to put a solid bar through the middle here to the other side. We're going to add some box section from that new chassis rail to the subframe mount, and then we're going to tie that into the existing rails over here and over there on that side, and then we'll run extra bracing. So we've got the drawing here. We have our main beam, which we will cut out for the diff. We have our box section for the subframe, and then we have our braces that will run to the existing rails here, and then these are going to be our lateral braces to stop everything from twisting as much as possible. So that, alongside with roll cage, etc., we should have a pretty rigid rear end. Now we did have to faff around and square up the rear end again because our measurements were out, but we've managed to sort that out and figure out what's going on now. Thanks, mate. Yeah.
I don't know if that
He's a great conversationalist. Yeah. So now that we've made our drawings, we're just going to do some final quick measurements to know where we need to cut out so that we can start getting ready to put all our box framing and all that sort of stuff. So we're probably going to be using 100 by 50 for the frame, or 75 or whatever we have. And then, yeah, but we just need to take some measurements so we can cut it all out and then start welding plates and whatever else in. So lots of metal to tidy up, so we're going to jump into that now.
Choppy choppy.
I roll it back in, I don't want to lose it.
That's a cute dress, mate.
No, it's an apron.
Fuck.
How's this going, guys? Oh, shit.
How you on?
I've got a water blaster.
Yeah, but we also have a very sensitive middle area that we don't want to touch too much.
Don't you normally want to touch the middle area?
I mean, you can always do, isn't it normally sensitive? But not of an old German girl.
They tend to explode.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only 50 years old.
Confessed air inside the chest.
Confessed here.
Yeah. Festering. Yeah.
I might cut some more holes in this old German girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. No, but like where we
Weight reduction.
cut with all the
Where's your words?
tired
Plasma cutter.
Thank you. Yeah, we got there.
Hey, Benny.
When we cut it with a plasma cutter, it doesn't have nice edges, right? So
You've got to tidy everything
clean
up.
up all the edges to make it look nice and usable, because you can't really work with the weld to those
No.
jagged edges.
No. Well, you can.
Yeah, just not with that attitude.
I need more motivation.
Like it.
Won't be much left when we're finished. There won't be much left when we're finished.
No.
Oh, man, I didn't even iron it. I know. Sweet. That looks nice. It should be almost enough to weld stuff to.
Yep.
So these will probably cap off
Yep.
and weld all around.
Yeah.
And then we can weld our plate right across the middle.
Yeah.
Once all the rear ends in and finally welded in, we'll then cut a hole in the middle
For the drive shaft.
for the drive shaft
Yeah.
to go through. So we just make it nice and
Does that
strong.
work as a hoop as well? Because that'll be sick. Use the hole as a hoop.
Well, it'll be at the back, but yeah, we can, but we want the hoop to be at the front
Yeah.
if anything. So, but yeah, we need to brace it before we cut
Yeah.
the centre out, because so basically the drive shaft wants to sit in a different place to this factory setup.
Yeah.
If we cut the floor out now, it's going to make the car turn into a banana. It's already bananaed at the back, so as soon as we can get the rear end tied into the front or the middle section again, that'll make the car rigid again, and then we can start cutting out more pieces.
Cut the
Okay.
tunnel up.
Okay.
Yeah. Good, good.
But yeah, these have been cleaned up now, so we've got nice solid areas we can cap. So we do need to cap and weld around. So before we weld anything on, we'll need to tidy up all this stuff so that we can actually weld to it. Because it won't like welding to all of this paint and underseal and stuff that's on there.
And rust, you forgot rust.
And rust. Well, there's actually, to be honest, there's actually not any rust around this area.
Apart from everywhere else in the car.
Yeah, but that's not where we're
No, no, I
touching.
know.
So
No.
we're actually, this car's actually pretty solid. It's
Yeah,
just,
the framework's mint, it's just the body's
frame's
rusty.
mint, yeah. The doors and stuff are rusty. There's some surface rust around, but nothing major. But it's actually pretty good bones. Like, looking at the car, it looks like a piece of shit, but it's actually not too bad. Take that first. So,
Make Germany great again, guys.
I'll plate it. I'll just cap these ends, and then we'll have a nice solid thing to weld to, top and bottom. So I can use a 50x75 or 50 by
Use
100.
whatever's lying around.
Yeah, and that'll be fine. That should probably give us a better welding surface area.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like this steel's all mint here,
Yeah.
and then these are,
Yeah, but that's the body though.
you know,
The body's rusty.
The body's rusty,
The framework
but the chassis
isn't.
is fine.
Yeah. The chassis is like new. It's because they keep pumping it with nitrogen, you see? Keeps it nice and fresh
AJ.
inside.
you want some nitro, mate? Okay.
You got a 5G antenna here.
So what's that?
5G antenna.
Oh, look at it. Hey.
What about it? Is that a factory?
5G antenna.
Oh man,
It's the government.
5G all day.
Spying.
That's how they spying on you, man.
5G all day. Might go
Anytime you do a skid, it sends a pulse back to
Yeah.
Man,
a big German
that's some quality German engineering.
7 Series.
7 Series. Well, it's better.
BMW, please respond.
Mate, every single time you do a skid in a BMW, a German man cries, alright?
I reckon this has done skids at some point.
Oh,
This
probably.
wheel arch just smelled like rubber. This one didn't. This
Yeah,
one did
just
when I
one
cut
wheel
it
of
out.
peelers.
Skids on its own accord.
I probably needed some help. Look at
Bit
the
diesel.
It was completely in theory. I love how really involved you're getting with this cleaning business.
Well, just so it's a bit nicer to handle, you know.
Mm.
No one likes a face full of dirt.
I mean, depends what you're
no one
into.
likes a dirty old German. Poor guys drill an old German. Grind an old German. Yeah, love it. Yeah. Technology on this is pretty interesting though. Like back when what year was this?
1988?
So in
Yeah,
88,
1988.
they had wheel speed sensors and brake pad wear sensors.
And diff sensor
And diff sensors.
for speed.
Whatever that
So,
thing is, light level sensor.
Oh yeah,
that's your sensor,
yeah.
right?
No, that's the ride level sensor for the self-slivering
Oh,
rear end.
right. So 80s technology, but in theory it's 70s technology.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
Realistically.
back then they couldn't just build it.
No, no, no. It's like 10 years in production. Oh,
You know,
planning.
the most recent Ford Mustang?
Yeah.
That was built in 9 months, so they rebuilt the platform and everything in 9 months, right? But that's the only way they could do that was with plain technology.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Couldn't do this.
You can't
this
do it
would have been 10 years almost worth of free.
Yeah, well, it's the first time they made a V12. It's the first time they made a proper big sedan.
Yeah.
It's the first time they had like self-leveling rear end. It's the first time.
Gun they ever
It's
welded, apparently.
yeah. It's the first. This like the E32 is the first for a lot of things that they did,
Yeah.
which is really quite impressive. Like 3 ECUs running a car in the 80s.
Yeah, because it was 2 for the engine, 1 for the trans, right?
No, 2 for the engine, 1 for the e-throttle, and the tie between the
Oh, I
two.
didn't know 1 for the
Yeah.
e-throttle. Wow.
So yeah, runs as 2
but
independent
even
6 cylinders.
e-throttle in the 80s,
Yeah.
man, that's really advanced.
Yeah, twin e-throttles.
Yeah. Like I'm not a huge fan of Euro cars, but that's
It's
impressive in terms of technology.
yeah.
What were you doing in 1988 Mercedes? Cool.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. Seen some 1988 Toyotas. They got some-
We weren't talking about Toyotas, mate. We're talking about Mercedes.
Yeah, but fuck Mercedes.
And 88 Toyotas weren't as advanced as this. Just saying.
Toyota has electric seats in 88 with lumbar support.
Did
Oosh.
sensors on the suspension in
Why
88?
do you need to know that?
Because that's the topic that we're on, mate. All right. Okay, guys.
If your wheel is spinning, you don't need to know what speed it's going. Just
alright.
that you're moving.
All right, guy.
All right, pal.
Sweet.
All right, pack it up.
Done.
Pack it up.
Yeah. It's done.
Home time.
Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Ka kite. Kite ano.
Wanna wave bye? Wanna say bye, Benny?
Hello?
Oh, there you go. There's a bye for you. Straight in the crotch.